Welcome to the second edition of KMPP Internet Sunday, functional fitness program that you can perform at the comfort of your own home. Today we're going to look at a workout focusing on the core and the legs. But first, let's do a little warm-up. So let's do first 10 walkouts, which is a movement where you first start in downward dog position and you walk your hands out as far as you can and then walk back. So let me show you. Keep your core engaged. All the way up and down. Now let's perform 10 walkouts. Good. Okay, now let's warm up our core a little bit more. So we're going to perform hip raises. I'm going to show you an example movement. Focus on the activation of your glutes. Lie flat on the ground, with your back flat on the ground, knees slightly bent. Lift up your middle body and push your glutes upwards. Lift your hip as high as possible. Keep your core engaged. Then lower yourself back on the floor and repeat 10 times. Let's go. Very good. Now let's perform the downward dog and push-up position transition. We did this in the headstand skill video. If you don't have it yet, watch me. First in the downward dog position, lift your butt as high as you can. Keep your legs straight and your arms straight. From here, transition to a push-up position with your core engaged. From here, sink down, don't touch the ground. Back up. Push-up position. Down. up. Good. Good. So we're going to do some squatting again today. So let's look at the air squat again. So as we learned last time, you initiate the squat by hinging your hip back, then lowering yourself so that hips are underneath the knees, and then come back up. Keep focus on pushing your knees out during the process. Start by having your knees, or so your feet approximately shoulder width. Legs or feet pointing out slightly. From there, hinge hip backward, squat, come back up. Maintain a neutral spine, keep a proud chest. From the side. Keep your weight equally distributed over your whole foot. Let's perform 10 air squats. Good. Now that we're warm, let's do a little stretch. So let's initiate with the same movement as the air squat. Go down. Place your elbows inside your knees. Push your knees out. You should feel a stretch in your groin. If you want some more space, put your fists against each other. Then sit down, place your legs in front of you, slowly move towards your feet, feel a stretch in your hamstrings. If you can, grab your toes. Good. Get up. Grab your right foot. Focus your eyes to one point to maintain balance. You should feel a stretch in your quad. And the left leg. Very good. Today's workout is going to consist of one arm overhead squats and sit-ups. For this, we're going to use a weight for the squats. Again, same thing as last time. Sports bag filled with water bottles or other types of weight. My own sports bag is filled with water, 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 and a 10 kilogram anvil. the sit-ups, we're going to use the support under the back. I'm going to use this ab mat. But you can use whatever you have handy at home, like a towel or a flat pillow. Let's practice the movements one by one. Let's start with the overhead squat. So the overhead squat is just like an air squat, but you're going to hold a weight over your head. This time we're going to only use one hand, one arm to keep that weight up. The other hand must be free. So I'll show you how it goes without a weight. Make sure to keep your hand in line with the rest of your body. Ideally, the weight should be resting in the middle of your foot, at the same place as the middle of your foot. Let's take the weight and see how it works. It's important to maintain your core tight all the way down and up. And make sure to initiate with your hip. Now perform 10 overhead squats with weight. Very good. Now let's practice the sit-up. We're going to use this lower back support in order to keep the movement isolated as much as possible in our abdominals rather than our hip flexors. For the same reason, we're also going to keep our legs as close to our body as possible. So put your foot soles together. Pull your feet as close to yourself as possible. Lean back, fully extended, and then, as in a throw-in in football, throw your hands forward and create momentum to raise up. Touch the floor in front of yourself. A completed movement consists of your upper back touching the floor, your hands touching the floor in the end, and your shoulders moving forward of your hips. So let's perform 10 of these. Very good. I'm going to show you how plank works. A plank is a static abdominal movement. Rest in a position that resembles a push-up position with your elbows directly underneath the shoulders. Your core must remain engaged and your glutes should be tight. Do not let your back sack like this, nor stay too much up like this. Very good. You can now try 30 seconds of the plank. Very good. So we're now ready to perform a workout. The workout of today is going to consist of 40 ab mat sit-ups, 10 overhead squats, 30 ab mat sit-ups, 20 overhead squats, 20 ab mat sit-ups, 30 overhead squats, 10 ab mat sit-ups, and 40 overhead squats. I'm going to display the workout for you on top of the workout video. I'm going to be doing the workout with you. The time cap today is going to be 18 minutes. So let's try to complete it in the given 18 minutes. For the overhead squats, you can alternate between hands or arms as you wish. I would do maybe 5 and 5 or 10 and 10, up to you. So let's go, let's have fun, guys. Ten seconds. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Almost there, probably, everybody. Almost there. Remember to initiate the squat with your hip. Come on, guys. Let's go, let's go. If you're still doing the abs, remember to make the momentum by doing the football throw-in movement. And in the squats, keep your feet wide, keep your knees tracing your feet, knees outside. Looking good. Do a couple of reps more, always when you think you can't go anymore. Do a couple of reps. If you need to stop, put the weight down, 2 steps backward, deep breath, back, and go again. Let's go. Looking awesome, guys, looking awesome. Very good. After this we're gonna have a small short break, so let's go. Keep it going. Come on, guys. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Almost there. Let's go, guys. Okay, in order to save a bit in the video length, I'm gonna cut it. You still got 7 minutes to conclude your workout. So just keep on doing, put me on pause. Once you're done, hit play again. Well done, everybody. Hope it was a nice workout for you. Now that you are recovering a little bit from the workout, I wanted to give you again a word or two about sports in general and about the philosophies behind fitness and sport. Today, in these times, I think it's important to talk about health, wellness and fitness all together. One of Capilla Manandai's members, Erno Iponen, posted this week on Facebook some thoughts about what we can do to ourselves in order to keep ourselves fit and as much as possible safe from the health consequences caused by the coronavirus. It's a very, very important thing, and it has been shown that fitness and health in general are not two isolated things. Quite the opposite. It's been shown that sickness, wellness and fitness are a continuum. You could think of it as a one-dimensional, continuous movement of your own condition, starting from sickness, obesity, high blood pressure, high resting heart rate, other sicknesses that a person might have, chronic disease, moving over to wellness, which is basically the normal state of things, where you're having a resting heart rate of 60, your blood pressure is normal, your normal weight and normal body composition, free of sickness and generally in a well-being state. Then moving over to the other end of the axis, which is fitness, where where you are in a state of more that of an athlete than a normal person. Your resting heart rate might be 50, even below, with a body fat percentage for guys around 10, and generally able to do a 1 rep max deadlift of more than 2 times your body weight, in the extreme cases even 3 times or more. So once you're there in the fitness end of things, and if life happens, something happens, you become sick, you're overwhelmed with work, you have a family, you can't sleep that much anymore, you don't necessarily have time to eat healthy, and generally the things that happen to all of us in normal life. Then, instead of moving to become sick, you're going to move in that same one-dimensional axis from fit more towards well. Once things normalize again and you commence your exercise and your healthy eating again, you're going to move back towards fitness. But if you start in the sicker end of things, and you contract, for example, the coronavirus, you're going to become physically very ill very quickly, because there is no buffer in the body to withstand the stress brought to it by the coronavirus. Just today I read in the Telegraph, one of the biggest newspapers in the Netherlands, that 80% of the patients in the intensive care unit in the hospital due to coronavirus are overweight. Being overweight causes obviously pressure on the lungs and makes breathing more difficult. More so if the functioning of the lungs is impaired by the coronavirus. Now, it can be said with quite high confidence that if we keep ourselves fit, we can improve our chances of surviving things like coronavirus and life in general. Maintaining ourselves fit throughout our life, from young to adolescent, adult, and elderly, will increase our lifespan and also enable us to do basic things, everyday things, with much more ease than if we're not fit. Good, guys, so let's keep working out and let's move over to the finisher workout. So for the finisher workout, let's work out the abs a little bit more. So we're going to do an interval training of 6 rounds of 40 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest of 2 movements that we alternate. Both of them are going to be performed from the plank position. So the first is the mountain climber. Take the plank position and you lift your legs up in an alternating fashion. Keep your core engaged throughout the process. And the second movement is just the plank hold. We're going to start with the mountain climber for the first 40 seconds, and then we're going to take a 10-second break, and then we're going to move on to the plank for 40 seconds. We're going to start this timer and we're going to work out according to that. Good. Okay, guys, so 10 seconds. Have fun. Keep your six pack tight. Okay, last round. Almost there. Almost there, guys. Last plank, and we're done. Excellent. Just got an SD card full message while doing that last app blaster. Although I like this job a lot, I'm still not going to do it again. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Post the video, result, comments, pictures in our Facebook group. And other than that, stay healthy everyone, and I'll see you next week.